Well, hello everybody out there in Atlanta. This is Chris from HHNlegacy.com with another exciting episode of My Talking Head. Once again, you will not get an edited vlog from me today because I have to work. The announcement came a little bit late. It came around noonish, which means that I lose an hour. I lose an hour really of editing and rendering and things of that nature. So I can't do an edited vlog. So you get a true My Talking Head with me just sitting here babbling on for a house that I really don't care about for the next 9.5 minutes or so, at least according to my timer. Spoiler alert, I just buried the lead. I am not a fan of this coming, but let's backtrack a little bit. I think most people were expecting the new Halloween to come. I've known about this for a couple months, and I've really been eagerly awaiting to see what people's reactions were to this. And when the leak happened, I was combing the interwebs with a fine-tooth comb, looking to see what people were saying about this. And the reaction to this is actually kind of surprising because it's sort of all over the place. Some people are cool with it. Some people are fine with it. Other people were expecting the remake. Some people were expecting Halloween 3. Why skip over Halloween 3 and come to Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers? Well, that's simple because Halloween 3 is a piece of shit. I'm sorry to people that like Halloween 3, but Halloween 3 is just a bad movie. It started, this franchise just goes way downhill after the first movie. I'm not even a fan of Halloween 2. I was actually, I went out and I bought Halloween 2 a couple years ago when they did the house because I hadn't seen it in many years. But the franchise basically just went downhill. Went downhill after the first one. I kind of applaud them for trying to do something different with Halloween 3, as opposed to, because they wanted to do, like this anthology thing afterward, minus Michael Myers. But they really underestimated how popular Michael Myers as a character is. So when they decided to continue on with the series, of course, they brought Michael Myers back, and what better of a title than The Return of Michael Myers? So that's... if we're not going to do Halloween 3 and we're not going to do the remake, it kind of makes sense to go ahead and skip and put, do Halloween 4 because the return of Michael Myers looks good on a marquee. So Michael Myers has returned to Halloween Horror Nights. It's basically what it's it's front and center there. It is what it is. It's Michael Myers. I mean, people know who this character is. People know the Halloween franchise. So it does kind of make sense for them to do this and not do Halloween 3. I don't understand the appeal of Halloween 3 because besides the fact of them trying to do something a little bit different, the movie's just not very good. I mean, it's got some ideas in there that I guess are okay, but not a very good house. But nevertheless, Halloween 4. Now I'm really rambling because this is my upteenth attempt to try to do this video on this house because I am not, like I said, a fan of this coming to the event. I'm just not a fan of this franchise. It has really nothing to do with, I don't, the characters coming back or anything of that nature. I just don't like this franchise that much. I think, unlike other horror franchises like Chucky or Friday the 13th, things of that nature, this franchise really tried to stick to its drama roots, its hardcore roots, and as the series progressed, things got stupider and dumber and more boring. Adding all this witchy stuff elements to it, and it took itself too seriously, and it was not fun anymore. I like H2O. That's probably my favorite of the Halloween sequels. The first one and then Halloween H2O. I like Zombie's first remake. I think that's actually a pretty decent movie. I think it gets a little too much flack because people love the first movie so much, and because it's Rob Zombie, you're either on board with Rob Zombie as a filmmaker or you're not. I happen to like Rob Zombie's stuff, at least most of the time. His first remake is actually, I think, a very decent movie. It does, it tries to bring something new to it. It tries to add things to the character that I know some people weren't, too thrilled with. It is what it is, but I like what he did there. I don't like Halloween, the sequel, the H2, or whatever the hell it is that they call it. I think that's an abomination and should never be seen. But the first remake I'm okay with. This one, I barely remember anything about Halloween 4. I know that it's probably most famous for introducing Danielle Harris to the series as a little girl, in sort of the young Michael Myers costume clown thing. But beyond that, I just don't care. I just don't care. I do not care enough about this franchise for this for this house. And knowing a little bit about what went down behind the scenes with this house in general, this one's really kind of up in the air for me. I mean, if you like this, that's fine. It is what it is. I know a lot of people who love this franchise, regardless of how bad these movies get. People love this franchise. Halloween 3, I've had conversations upon conversations with people about Halloween 3. People love that movie. There's a core group of people who love Halloween 3. So I can see why some of those people are probably like, well, why'd you skip over Halloween 3? Because it just doesn't have Michael Myers in it. Halloween 3 is not going to sell. Michael Myers is going to sell. So, it is what it is. Michael Myers is just going to sell. It's going to sell the house. It's going to sell the property. It is what it is. But nevertheless, Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers is here. I really have nothing else to say about this house. I'm just so uninterested in this property coming. I just don't care. So, but hey, there's got to be one or two in there that you're just not excited for. And there are, in terms of the IP properties, there are two. This is one of them that I just don't care about. So, it is what it is. So Halloween 4, so that's good. They are starting to put out some props in the parks. The past week or two, we've had 2 weeks, I think. They started putting out the lighting rigs and stuff. But overnight, they started putting out stuff in Central Park, which is going to be the Twisted Traditions scare zone, which I'm really looking forward to. I want to see what they do in there, especially given the new space, quote unquote, over in Central Park. So that's happening. So we can expect more scare zone stuff to run. But they're a little early. They're a couple days early in terms of the pattern that they've been doing the past couple years. It is what it is. There's props going out in the streets. Who the fuck cares? There's props going out in the streets. So it is, that's that. The funny thing about the props going out in the streets, though, is that, in terms of Rock the Universe, sometimes they have to, cover things up, or they can't put out everything because of Rock the Universe. We've had that in the past. Where they 2015 is one where I saw it a lot, especially over in the Shady Brook section of New York. They had to cover up names on the bus and stuff like that. It was really weird. So you have that to contend with as well, in terms of putting out props and things. But yeah, we're coming up. We're a month away. We're a month away from the event, so things are going to start ramping up. Fear Factor has closed, although it hasn't been officially announced. Academy of Villains is going to be occupying the Fear Factor stage. So that is closed. That has been closed for Halloween Horror Nights, and I know it's for Halloween Horror Nights because when you go to the damn ticket, the turnstiles, it says Fear Factor Live is closed for today for Halloween Horror Nights. So, and we know there's only one show at Halloween Horror Nights this year, which is Academy of Villains. So Academy of Villains is going into Fear Factor Live. No Bill and Ted, womp womp womp. So that moves on. But that's it. That's all I have to say. We might be getting another announcement sooner rather than later. This is a very odd day to announce. It's a Tuesday. You normally don't do it on Tuesdays. It's usually, Wednesdays and Thursdays, sometimes Fridays. But it's a Tuesday. So, because I think they know, it was leaked. We had Poltergeist officially announced last, was it Thursday or Friday? So that was, official. This has become official. It's been leaked. At this point, we have, 2 houses left to announce. So, get Halloween out of the way. It is what it is. So we have one original and one IP left to announce. Coming up quickly. So I'm going to run out of time, but that's it. Sorry about the one-take vlog. It is what it is. And I will talk to you guys soon.